On our upcoming British Isles and Ireland cruise, we'll explore some of the most scenic and historic destinations in England, Ireland, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. We'll embark in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and then travel to 4 scenic ports in Scotland. From Scotland, we'll return to Northern Ireland in the border port of Londonderry on the Irish border. In Ireland, we'll enjoy the ports of Donegal, Limerick, and Cork. From there, we'll cross the Irish Sea to England, where we'll visit the ports of Fowey, Portland, and Dover. The cruise will conclude in historic Greenwich, England. Here's how the cruise appears on the calendar, showing the date for each port. There's an opportunity to extend the cruise with a 2-night free cruise option in Belfast. Viking Cruises offers an airfare package for consideration. A new option with Viking Air is that Viking allows you to shop for better options, preferred times, or a more direct flight for you. For additional flexibility, you might consider the Viking Air Plus package. You might be wondering why Debbie and I are taking this cruise after taking the British Isles Explorer cruise. Although there is some overlap in the ports, for the most part they are considerably different cruises. Let's take a look at the cruise and some of the excursion options. On day 1, we'll embark in Belfast, and of course on this day, it's a travel day with no shore excursions. But we'll be overnighting in Belfast. Here are the shore excursions offered to us when we awake on day 2. Let's zoom in so we can briefly look at each of the options. On the left is the included excursion. It's a panoramic tour of historic Belfast. And on the right, there's a panoramic tour of the city as well as an Irish traditional show. There's a 5.5-hour tour to the Giant's Causeway. We think this is a good option, but would prefer to see a full-day tour that allows time to take in the Cackarack Bridge. There's another city tour option to visit the historic jail and the Titanic Museum. There's an option for a coastal drive through the beautiful glens. Or if you're a foodie, you can enjoy some of the flavors of Northern Ireland. If you're interested in learning more about St. Patrick, there's a day in St. Patrick's County. If you'd like to sample a little Irish whiskey, there's an Irish whiskey walk and tasting. There's a special privileged access tour in Colebrook to a country estate. There's also a half-day visit to Hillsborough Castle and Gardens. In close proximity to the ship, there's a Titanic Belfast walk. Or you could choose to sample Irish whiskey in the scenic seaside port of Newcastle. And there's a trip to a sheep farm, which also includes lunch to a traditional Irish pub. Then we're off to Glasgow, Scotland. There are 6 shore excursions offered in Glasgow. The included excursion is a panoramic bus tour of the city of Glasgow. If you'd like to sample some oysters and Scottish ale, you might be interested in the tour on the right. If you'd like to travel to the bunny side of Loch Lomond, either of these tours might be of interest to you. If you enjoy the poetry of Bobby Burns, the tour on the left might be of interest to you. Or if you'd like to take a stroll along the River Clyde in Greenock, the tour on the right might be of interest. Our next port of call will be Fort William in the Scottish Highlands. There are 7 shore excursions offered in the port of Fort William. The tour on the left is a scenic boat tour on Loch Ness to Fort Augustus. On the right is a scenic drive through the Scottish Highlands. Or you can tour the Highlands by way of a scenic railway, or opt to tour the coastal landscapes by boat. If you enjoy smoked salmon, the tour on the left might be for you. Or you can enjoy the scenic Scottish Highlands with a combination hike and bus tour. The final option available on this day is called Snapshots of Fort William. It's a 2-hour panoramic bus tour. Our next port of call will be the Isle of Mull on Scotland's west coast. There are 8 shore excursions available. There's an included walking tour through the quaint town of Tobermory. Or you could set out to see fauna and bird life. Or you could hike through a beautiful coastal park, or off to see the Duart Castle. There's also a chance to see the characteristic flavors of gin and whiskey, or you could learn how to make haggis. There's an excursion to see how fishermen creel for lobster and shrimp, or you could visit the historic Iona Abbey. Our next port of call will be the Isle of Lewis. There are just 3 shore excursions available on this small island. 2 are included. The first is a walk through the historic town and view the exterior of the Lewes Castle. The second included tour is a panoramic drive through this historic town. On the third tour, you'll visit a historic art gallery and a mysterious church. Our next port is Londonderry, the only completely walled city in Ireland. There are 7 shore excursions to choose from in Londonderry. The included excursion is a panoramic bus tour. Or you could opt to tour the Giant's Causeway and the Bushmills Whiskey experience. You might elect snapshots of Derry for a full day, more extensive view of the city. Or you can visit a working sheep farm and learn more about Irish storytelling. Derry on foot is another way to explore the city with a guide, or you can enjoy some beautiful Irish scenery while learning about the Great Famine. There's another option to see the Giant's Causeway with a full-day excursion. The next stop is the fishing port of Killybegs. There are 5 options for shore excursions here. The included option is a panoramic bus tour, or you can opt to learn more about bleak pottery. Would you like to try fishing in Donegal Bay? Or there's another option for a panoramic tour of Donegal. On this excursion, you can learn more about Irish tweeds at a local mill, then travel to a local bar for bread making and enjoy the reenactment of an Irish wake. Our next port of call is at an estuary near the River Shannon on Ireland's west coast. There are 6 shore excursions available to us in this port. The included excursion is a half-day tour to Bunratty Castle and Folk Park. The second offering is a full-day excursion to learn more about the Stone Age and Bronze Age. There's also a half-day excursion to King John's Castle. Or you could visit an authentic Irish farm. There's a full-day excursion to the Cliffs of Moher. Or you can try your hand at spelunking at the Alwee Caves. Our next port is Cobb, gateway to Cork, Ireland. There are 9 shore excursions available to us in this port. The included excursion is a panoramic bus tour and a visit to Charles Fort. Or you could visit a family-owned Irish guest house to learn more about Ireland and the preparation of traditional food. You could take a tour to experience Irish whiskey, or enjoy the scenery from an inflatable rib boat. There's a full-day tour to take in Killarney National Park and visit a Victorian mansion, then travel on to Killarney to enjoy lunch at a local establishment. Or you could go to a local cookery school to enjoy lunch. You could take the Titanic walk to stop at a local pub and learn how to make Irish coffee. There's a full-day tour available to see the Rock of Cashel and the Lismore Castle. The final option for this port is to visit Ireland's Alcatraz, Spike Island. Our next port is Fowey, England. There are 11 shore excursions offered in Fowey. There are 4 included excursions: the Lost Gardens of Helligan, and a walking tour, Fowey on foot. There's a chance to sample some potato vodka at Colwaith Farm Distillery. Or you can take a scenic hike to the ruins of St. Catherine's Castle. Or you can enjoy the scenic coastline on a rib boat ride. Or you can explore the city of Truro and its beautiful Gothic cathedral. Another option is to lace up your boots and hike the Hall Walk. Or you can learn about the rich traditions of Cornish cider distilleries. You can check out Cornwall's largest remaining water wheel. Or enjoy a walking tour through a quaint fishing village. The final option is to explore a grand Victorian estate and enjoy lunch at a local pub. Our next stop is the Isle of Portland. There are 14 shore excursions offered here. The first is an included option that's a panoramic bus tour of the Isle of Portland. Or you can enjoy a scenic drive and visit a swannery. If you're interested in the world of military machines, you can visit a tank museum. There's a tour to the private estate of the Churchills and Digbys. This is privileged access. There's a full-day tour through quaint villages and a visit to the Weymouth and Portland Sailing Academy, then is topped with a traditional lunch of fish and chips. Or you can enjoy scenic views of Dorset and visit the ruins of a Norman castle. You can take a scenic walk along the famed Jurassic coast, or visit Sherborne Castle in the heart of Dorset. There's a motor coach tour called Dorset Panorama. Or you can visit a botanical garden with subtropical plants and a swannery. The next two are full-day tours. You can ride a steam train to the ruins of a medieval castle. Or you can visit the unforgettable Stonehenge and walk the medieval streets of Salisbury. Or you can enjoy cream tea in a beautiful Tudor manor. Another option is to visit Langham Wine Estates and enjoy some sparkling wine. Then we're off to Dover, England, noted for its chalk-white cliffs. There are 12 shore excursions offered in Dover, plus a kitchen table experience. The first two tours offered are included. You can elect a half-day tour to a historic Canterbury or the Deal and Dover Castle. The next excursion is Debbie and Jack approved. It's to the Canterbury Cathedral and the Leeds Castle. This is a full-day tour. Or you could enjoy the 5-hour tour to the Sissinghurst Castle and Gardens. If you're a student of the Second World War, you can take a visit to the front lines. Or you can enjoy a scenic country train ride to a medieval castle. This is a half-day tour to the Leeds Castle. Or you could take a half-day tour to Canterbury. You can explore Britain's naval past on Chatham's historic dockyard. Or you can learn about how hops are prepared to send off to the breweries. You can take a relaxing cruise on the River Stour, or learn about oysters, Britain's oldest seafood tradition. Our final port is Greenwich, on the opposite bank of the River Thames from London. There are 13 shore excursions offered in Greenwich. Debbie and Jack found the included option to be a great choice here. The walking tour begins steps from the pier and provides a great overview of Greenwich's maritime history. It's easy to remain in Greenwich and explore on your own once you have had the overview. Or you can cross the river for a full-day tour of London. What you might want to keep in mind on this, though, is much of it will be by way of motor coach. There's a half-day tour offered to the Tower of London. But a more interesting option available is the evening Ceremony of the Keys at the London Tower. This is a privileged access tour. There's a full-day tour offered to the Imperial War Museum and Churchill's War Rooms, or a 5-hour tour to Buckingham Palace, St. James Palace, and Westminster Abbey. If you're a fan of William Shakespeare, there's a half-day tour to the iconic Globe Theatre. Or you could travel with the executive chef for a market-to-table experience. There's a 90-minute evening river cruise available on the River Thames. There's an excursion to sample some Greenwich gin. You can tour a former royal residence or see London from above on the London Eye. The following morning we'll disembark in Greenwich, or you can extend your cruise with 4 different post-cruise options. We hope you're as excited as we are about this upcoming trip. It looks like a great way to explore the British Isles and Ireland.